Well, hello and welcome to the Max Blitz. I'm David Reed along with Jeremy Thomas, and over the next half hour we're going to show you all the scores and highlights from across Texoma tonight.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of big games to get to tonight. Sherman and Denison both play at home. You got Salina taking on Melissa, Collinsville playing Tom Bean, and Gunner playing City View.
Yeah, it's a busy night, and we have some big games from last night to show you too, with fall break in full effect in Oklahoma and everything. But let's start with the Pottsboro Cardinals hosting the Bonham Warriors, and Travis Buckner is out there live with that one. Travis.
Yeah, that's right, guys. A huge district game here at Pottsboro tonight as they host the Bonham Warriors in a big district matchup, as I said. And this one is a game that truly did not disappoint to live up to the hype. It's homecoming night in Pottsboro. Liberty Sailors, this year's queen. In the first quarter, the very first play of the game, and the ball hits the turf. And Pottsboro's Keaton Idleman is there to pick it up, setting up the Cardinals in Bonham territory. On the same drive, quarterback Cy Shope getting the scoring started with a 1-yard run to put Pottsboro up 7-0. Still in the first quarter, Cardinals threatening to score again. Dylan Colbeth keeps it for himself, runs around the edge, and he finds the end zone 6 yards later, and Pottsboro jumps up by 14. Later, Bonham trying to get on the scoreboard. Quarterback Tyler Rodriguez calls his own number. He gets the Warriors on the board. Now it's 14-7. Then later, it looks like Pottsboro would score again, but Cameron Reed comes up with the big one-handed interception, returns it out of his own end zone, then brings it back to the Bonham 30, and that would set up the Warriors for a big drive. After the interception, Tyler Rodriguez capping off another Bonham drive with a 6-yard quarterback keeper, and that would tie up the ball game at 14 apiece. Now the Cardinals looking to score one more time when Shope keeps it for himself. He would punch his way in from 1 yard out for his second score of the evening. And with the game on the line, Nick Reinhardt lines up the kick, splits the uprights, and that would give the Warriors the win as celebration ensues for the big district win. And there you have it. Bonham wins this one in a shootout, 52-49. Nick Reinhardt was one of the top receivers in this game, and then he decided to go kick the game-winning field goal because he's got ice water in his veins, and he just lives for these kinds of moments. So Bonham again wins this one. They stay perfect in district play, and again, it looks like Bonham versus Van Alstyne could be the potential district championship game if both teams stay undefeated until that point. It is the last game of the season, and it is at Bonham, so that'll be a fun one to watch. And this one, of course, was a fun one to watch too. Even if you didn't care about which team won or lost, it was a great game to watch offensively and a great game to watch altogether. Reporting live in Pottsboro, Travis Buckner, Sports 12.
All right, great job out there, Travis. What a ball game. But Travis had a front row seat to a pretty good one out there, didn't he?
He did. I mean, to come down to the wire like that, we knew both of these teams could put up points. And that's what Travis had talked about all week long, and they surely did. And man, what a finish.
Yeah, we knew that stat. Bonham had scored 42 or more in every single game they've played. That's the kind of offense Coach Fish has got going over there in Bonham, and you wonder if they could keep it up against a really good team like Pottsboro, but they do it. They get 52 tonight, the game-winning kick, the whole shebang.
And you know, with Pottsboro, they're so fundamentally sound, especially on defense. They pride themselves on defense, and for Bonham just to come in and to continue this streak of putting up points is pretty impressive.
They are definitely, as far as North Texas goes, they got to be the story of the year right now. The Bonham Warriors, where they came from, 3-win season last year. Now nobody can beat them. They've got to go to Van Alstyne and play the district championship game in the final game, but don't tell them they can't do it.
That's right, but you know, a lot of people in Van Alstyne right now.
Yeah, they're ready.
Seeing this result, getting ready for that game and for it to be the last game of the year. If these two teams continue to win in district, to meet in that district championship game. Wow.
And you know who might else have an important final last couple of games of the season is the Sherman Bearcats.
Really? Sherman Bearcats have been very impressive. They're coming off of their bye week. They're feeling pretty good about where they are right now. And then they have a big district test here tonight against Texas High.
Let's do it.
Bearcats taking on Texas High tonight in Sherman. Scoreless in the first, Texas High with it. Quarterback Colton Clack under pressure, but how about Sherman's Ethan Bedgood coming right up the middle to sack him here. Sherman forces a punt. Ensuing possession, quarterback Blaze Benson hands it off to Damian McKee. He makes a quick cut inside, hits a hole, and it's a foot race. The big man getting downfield before being tackled deep into Tiger territory, and that would set up this. The give give to Mike Brown. Starts outside, but he cuts up back up the middle, and he is gone. 17 yards, the score and the flex. Sherman up 7. The student section is loving it. Texas High, though, would strike back in the first. Clack back in the pocket, heaves it up deep, and Miles Washington is there on the receiving end for the 30-yard touchdown to tie it up. Second quarter now, the Tigers looking to score again. Clack on the keeper, but he coughs it up. A scramble for it. Cross Pike is there for Sherman to recover it, and the Bearcats take over. After a punt block by Texas High to score a touchdown there, 14-7 Tigers at that point. Sherman getting back. Here's Blaze Benson up to Mike Brown, right into his hands. A foot race down the sideline. He's tackled deep into the red zone, and that would lead to this. Benson on the option keep from a yard out. He is in. The point after is missed, so Sherman does trail by 1, but same score in the third. It's more from who? Mike Brown, the O-line, creating a huge crater for him, virtually goes untouched. He had 3 touchdowns on the night. Sherman holds on to win 27-21.
Big district game for the Denison Yellow Jackets. They have the home field against a very good Frisco High team tonight. First quarter, though, Jackets moving. They give it to freshman running back Jadarian Price. He has some room to run up that near sideline and into the end zone. It's 7-0. Chad Rogers likes that. Here comes Frisco, though, looking to answer. Blake May breaks away from the pack into Denison territory, but this drive would eventually end in a blocked field goal by that Jacket special team group. Then Denison goes back to work. Kyron Rosser plunges into the middle into the end zone for the score. It's 14-0. Then they're driving again. Price takes it in untouched, 21-0 Denison. Next drive, Jackets at it again. Rosser spills into the end zone. It's 28-0 Jackets. Ensuing kickoff, Frisco makes a nice return here. Caden Brooks follows his blockers, gets to the outside, takes it across midfield, but the half would end with the Raccoons turned away at the goal line by the Denison D. In the third, Frisco gets on the board for the first time. Trent Bryant up the middle into the end zone. That makes it 28-7, but Denison had the answer all night. The price was right. Into the end zone again. What a night for the freshman Jadarian Price. Denison dominates tonight, 56-20. So there you go. The Denison Yellow Jackets with another big win when they had to have it in a key district game to make sure they have control of their own destiny.
That's right. I mean, a huge win for them. And, of course, Denison has so many weapons and that high-octane offense that they have to be able to spread the ball out and to be able to pound it up the middle. It's pretty impressive.
So the Jackets get the big win they had to have against Frisco. Sherman gets the big win they had to have tonight against Texas High. Texas High comes all the way from Texarkana, and it's a long bus ride back for those guys.
Yes, it is. But Sherman going to 2-1 in that tough district. You have Mesquite Poteet, John Tyler in that district. Sherman is setting themselves up to be a playoff team if they can continue to pick up wins in this district.
I think Sherman and Denison could both be looking at week 11, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, coming up next on the Max Blitz, Tom Bean takes on Collinsville. Gunner plays out in Wichita Falls, and so does Gainesville.
How about that? Plus a big matchup here. It's Salina, it's Melissa, and that's all next on the Max Blitz.
Welcome back to the Max Blitz. You know, it's a crowded leaderboard in District 7 for a Division II. You got the Salina Bobcats and the Melissa Cardinals. As expected, they are right in the thick of things.
Yes, they are.
Big game for playoff positioning. Salina with the home field against the Melissa Cardinals. First quarter, Melissa star quarterback Brendan Lewis dumps off the screen pass to Jabray Baker, and he's got some blockers out in front, and he's got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but he is off to the races down the sideline, and that is the first touchdown of the game, and it is scored by the Melissa Cardinals. But later in the first, Salina's Logan Point shows off his power. Check it out. Boom! Just trucks the guy into the end zone for the touchdown. Second quarter, Point, you know, he's got power, but you know what else he has, Jeremy?
Some speed.
He can run. Point, making a point to get to the end zone. He gets there, but it wasn't quite enough tonight. Melissa hangs on for the win, 28-21.
Callisburg and S&S square off in district play tonight in Sattler. Callisburg scoring early. It's the crisp connection. You got quarterback Cameron to running back Justin. That's a touchdown. Wildcats are up by 7. Then more from Callisburg. Cameron Crisp, he would keep this one right here and finding the sideline. A long way to go for this run as well, and he makes it all the way in for the touchdown. Callisburg up by 14 at that point and adding to it. Crisp hands it off to Dakota Schaefer on the misdirection, and he takes it into pay dirt. Callisburg gets the shutout 33-0. The Tom Bean Tomcats bring in the Collinsville Pirates for a big district contest. Collinsville's Bryce Clark would take it up the middle for a huge run, but how about Tom Bean's defense right here, causing the fumble? They would take possession. Later, it would be Collinsville's Garrett Vanoy. He would run it for a small gain after getting the handoff here, but how about this? He's not going down easy. No. That is a grown man almost right there. Then later on in the third, Tom Bean's quarterback Trey Shelby would find Justin Hernandez for a nice gain. Collinsville would go on to win though, 48-26.
The Gunner Tigers head out to Wichita Falls and take on City View. Second quarter, Gunner in the red zone. Ethan Everson keeps it himself into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 14-0 Gunner. Then they go back to work. Everson looking for David Denton in the end zone. Great grab there for the touchdown. Gunner just puts the pedal down. Bryson Rigsby will take it in for 6 more. This one all Gunner tonight, 42-0 over City View. Well, coming up next on the Max Blitz, Gainesville takes on Hershey. It's homecoming for Texoma Christian School, and we still have some games from our Thursday night Blitz to go over.
A lot of those games, plus the White-Right Tigers play at home against Cooper. Stay with us on the Max Blitz.
Well, welcome back to the Max Blitz. The White-Right Tigers are out to a tough start this season. No doubt they are 0-6.
Tonight they bring in a Cooper team that has started district with a 3-0 mark. It's White-Right hosting the Cooper Bulldogs tonight. In the first, White-Right quarterback Marshall Mangrum would find Alec Batista for a nice gain right there. Later on in the quarter, it'd be Cooper's running back Keyshawn Wallace. He would run this one in for a long touchdown, just making guys miss, finding that far side, and there he is in for the score. Then in the second quarter, they would strike again, this time quarterback Trenton Jones, just from deep in his own territory. The holes just opening up. He is just off to the races. A lot of speed, a lot of open field in front.
A lot of time.
A lot of time. Cooper would go on to win 50-0.
The Gainesville Leopards head out to Hershey to take on the Huskies in a district game. Hershey with the ball and driving here. Demerqua Foster takes it up the middle for the Husky touchdown. Hershey going for 2 here. The pitch to Foster, and then the reverse is on. Tian Harrell makes a nice move and gets in there to make it 8-0. Huskies go back on offense, but check this out. It's actually going to be a backward pass out to Harrell. Everybody quits on it. I mean everybody. Cameraman, all of us. But you know who didn't quit on it? Trey Lawson didn't quit on it. He scoops and scores. It's 8-6. This time a forward pass. Downing going deep to Foster inside the 10. Hershey gets the win 52-12 over Gainesville. Homecoming at TCS, Lauren Urbe is the queen as the Eagles take on Ovilla Christian. First quarter, Eagles defense making their presence felt when Matthias Coleman jumps the route and takes it for the big return. TCS would cash in on the turnover when Coleman goes straight into the pile, splashes around, splashes out, through the mud, through the blood, into the end zone for the TCS touchdown. TCS defense making some more plays here, forcing a fumble and getting the recovery. TCS gets the win. It's a happy homecoming for the Eagles, 18-0 as they win tonight. Good for them. All right, coming up next on the Max Blitz, lots of games to go over from last night. You know, Kingston took on Davis. Ada plays Bishop Kelly, in Plainview against rival Lone Grove.
Ooh, that's a good one. Plus, first place on the line for the Ardmore Tigers as they take on Duncan. That's all of that is just next on the Max Blitz. Well, welcome back to the Max Blitz. We had a big night of high school football last night.
Yeah, unbelievable. Bunch of big games, you know, tons of big games, including a couple of unbeatens getting together in Ardmore.
And that was a good one. Homecoming in Ardmore, it was Michaela Bowser, your homecoming queen king, Cameron Pettis, as Ardmore and Duncan vied for district supremacy. Tiger strike first in the first. T-Row Roberts on the triple option keep, comes to the far side, and he just takes it all the way for the 37-yard touchdown. Ardmore up 7-0. Coach Newby liking that one. Tie ball game now just before the end of the first. Ardmore deep in Duncan territory. 4th and 5. Roberts to Jermaine Scalion for the touchdown. They're up 14-7. Then they start piling it on in the 3rd. There's Pettis right there from 3 yards out. Ardmore wins big, 34-7.
Kingston with the home field against the Dixon Comets. First quarter, Redskins with the ball, but they cough it up here. And Braden Hamilton, Johnny on the spot for Dixon, gets the recovery. Comets get an early stop. But Kingston comes right back on their next possession looking to score on the halfback pass. Garrett Voiles downfield to Tyler Blanchard. That's a touchdown. Tommy Baer, just a genius move on that play. Then early in the second quarter, Kingston gets on the board again. Riley Holmes sneaks it in for a yard out to make it 14-0. Then after a Dixon turnover, Kingston makes them pay. Voiles makes a guy miss, gets into the end zone. They add a 2-pointer to make it 22-0. Then after another Comet miscue, it's A.J. McKinney making them pay. Kingston wins 36-0.
The 5-mile feud between Plainview and Lone Grove was last night on the opening kickoff. It's Blake Knoll receiving the kick. He would make a move, finding a crease. Then it's off to the races. A different week, but the same result. Finds the end zone. The Indians go up by 7. On the ensuing kickoff, it's Lone Grove's Isaac Poole taking the kick. He would also find a little crease and would take it all the way up to the 50-yard line, setting up the Longhorns in some pretty good field position. Later on, it would be Plainview back with the ball. Quarterback Brock Parham would drop back to pass. He finds Knoll for the 25-yard catch. His second score of the night last night. Plainview big winners over their rivals from Lone Grove, 49-6.
Nice win for the View. To the scoreboards we go. It was Leonard getting a win on the road against Blue Ridge tonight, 20-19. Nice win for Coach Fletcher and company.
Arbery wins on the road against Crum, 41-13 tonight.
It was Chisholm over Bells, 28-12. Tough loss for the Panthers out on the road tonight.
Era beating Tioga just by 2, 14-12.
Tough night for the Bulldogs. Howe goes to Lone Oak. It was the Buffaloes, 20-12.
Lindsay all over Olney, 65-6.
Munster is going to play another day, and that's probably good news for Campbell.
North Lamar, big winners over Sanger tonight, 41-24.
Tough loss for Paris, but you can't win them all. They've had a great season, but Argyle, a great team.
And Pilot Point falls at home, Boyd, 20-14.
It was Newcastle over Savoy tonight, 58-13.
Van Alstyne, another big win.
Yep.
Setting up that district title.
The collision course is on. I tell you what, Brock, one of the best teams in the state. Whitesboro goes on the road and plays them all the way down to the wire, but just short. Nice game for the Bearcats.
And Wolf City wins over Rivercrest, 21-18.
Antlers, big winners tonight, 49-0. That Antlers defense has been good.
Glenpool all over Durant tonight, 28-7.
It was the Foxes winning tonight, 54-6.
Purcell gets the best of Pauls Valley, 49-19.
And Ringling moves on with another win, 41-6. And we'll be right back. Well, welcome back to the Max Blitz. It was a great night of football, but maybe no greater game than what we got from Pottsboro and Bonham tonight.
An instant classic going into overtime, and for this game-winning kick. I mean, amazing for Bonham to go ahead and win 52-49 on that kick right there.
And look at the celebration. Look, the Bonham Warriors are for real, folks. Look at the scene there. It's Bonham over Pottsboro by a field goal. Thanks for watching the Max Blitz. Have a great weekend.